Welcome back to Let's Play The Evil Within, the Executioner, with me, Jerupidus. And before we move on, there is something I missed. I noticed that we are missing Daughter's Diary number 4. So why don't we grab this health item right over here. And then before we leave, let's go get that. I was probably flapping my lips complaining about this too much. So that diary is going to be right here. Number 4, that guy said he was a killer and his job was to kill monsters. He said that he was collecting these weird tokens and made me help look for them. But when I tried to put one in my pocket, he started screaming and got this scary look in his eyes. He might kill me if I try to run away. He might kill me if I don't. Yeah, we gotta rescue this daughter because she is not having a great time. That one, of course, is about the sadist. And then the subsequent couple were about Joseph. But now our archive looks nice and neat. And we're not going to worry about getting all the torments. We just want all the documents. So let's follow where our daughter went. And we find ourselves transported to this hallway. And there's no way to go but forward, and there is a document that you could not possibly miss right in front of you. That's Daughter's Diary number 8. What was my doctor doing here? I saw him walking down the hall. And I don't know if that's supposed to be Ruvik or Jimenez, but I think maybe it's Ruvik. And here we've got to use our rip off our own head teleportation ability, so let's go ahead and do that. There's just got to be a better way to get across like a medium-sized gap than tearing off your own head. But I will admit it is pretty sweet. I just feel like it's a bit of a missed opportunity. And let's go ahead and head on down. And now we are in the basement area of the mansion. And this is going to play out fairly similarly to the main game. But for now, Mobius Directive number 5, eliminate test subject CB205, the soldier. As before with the death of CB204, the rate of your daughter's memory loss is slowed. However, all other subjects show more advanced decay than previously recorded. More investigation is necessary. Coinciding with this event, a pathway at the heart of the mansion has opened. We have also located subject CB205, an ex-soldier. CB205 must be eliminated. Eradication of remaining test subjects will leave the girl the only one to retain any memories. However, there's a strong probability that those memories will not be intact. The approximate locations of remaining subjects can now be determined, but deterioration of the memories of the other subjects suggests that full stem domination of other subjects may have occurred. Supplementary information. The appearance of this new location within the manor house suggests a link with the Ruvik entity and is believed to be a residual effect of his presence. It is unknown if any part of his consciousness is retained within STEM. However, the girl is now on a linear path directly out of our observable area. Influence of the Ruvik entity would account for this change. Cross-reference previous Ruvik case files as well as goals of test subjects discernible from their individual transcripts. But we do have one of these execution chambers. So let's go ahead and give it a try. Now this one has these larger enemies. And these guys can be a bit of a pain. But they're not too bad. Now I do want to grab one of these and chuck them into the blades. Because while I'm not going to go out of my way to get all the torments, I am going to take the ones that I know I can get easily. I feel like you might as well. Wow, that stunned him? Weird. I gotta get out of this haunted sandwich. And I find it's best when you go into a execution animation to just hold run when you come out of it. At the very least, it seems to work for me. And it's just, your field of view is weird, where sometimes you just kind of can't even see where they are, because you're so much taller than they are. I don't know. I just really wish it was more fun than it is. Although I guess in all fairness, the mercenaries in Resident Evil 4 definitely has some wildly frustrating moments. Oh, I'm really hoping that that one's gonna grab this one. Well, that works. At least it didn't get me. Yep, and you can see they are spawning in lots of them now. So let's kind of run for it, get them all in front of us. I kind of want to stay over by this healing item. See if I can't grab that before I leave. There we go. Alright, I think that'll do it. Just this last one. Oh, I was trying to grab that trap before I left, but I think I'm full up anyway. Alright, now that that's out of the way, I think we can maybe hit the upgrade safe. But we'll go ahead and grab this while we're in here. Daughter's Diary number 9. I know I must have seen all kinds of scary things, but I can't remember, so I don't feel scared at all. Alright, I can't buy the last rank of damage, but I can buy the final rank of walking speed, and I definitely want that. That is very helpful. And yeah, I could buy some traps, but it's really not necessary. So there's not really anything else I'm gonna want. I guess I could get a little bit more health. Sure, couldn't hurt. Alright, let's get to following where that ghost went. Yep, and now that we're a little bit deeper in here, we're gonna have this kind of trap area. Same to the way the pop-off went in here, but a little more mild, I would say. Right, got through there without getting squished. That is always nice. And if we pull that switch, that's going to raise the blades up, and we can follow our daughter. Alright, that'll fill me up on traps, I think. There's a switch in the area. Yeah, it's right over there. And that'll shut those off. And now we can get all the way around here and find this. Daughter's Diary number 11. Hey, doctor, do you remember my dad? And I know that we're missing 10 right now, but we will find that fairly shortly. We only have 19 coins, so there's no reason to upgrade. So let's grab the directive. Transcript subject CB205. This place is like a dream come true. Time index 01. I never seem to get tired here. I can fight forever. 02. These grunts are stupid, but they don't quit. If I could get them organized. 03. Getting a little sick of these deadheads. I keep blowing them away, but more of them come. 04. Somebody somewhere is watching me. You won't get the drop on me. 05. I can do anything I want in this place. I'm a rocket launching fool. 06. Bring it on, bitches. I got ammo out the ass. And 07, it's like there's an icicle freezing my brain. They're trying to take my thoughts. And 08, I ain't one of you. No one's ever going to take me down. Hooah. And I guess this is supposed to mean that the RPG holding sadist is a different person than the sadist, but that makes absolutely no sense to me because as soon as he puts down the rocket launcher, he picks the chainsaw back up. Maybe it's both of their brains and kind of the same entity. It feels pretty loose, but let's get to it. Now, same as against Joseph, we're going to want to run for cover. Because we don't want to get pelted with rockets. And we're going to try to use traps on him as well. Oh, boy. Yes. I can't believe how well that worked. And he's going to go run back up top, and we're going to do the same thing again. And hopefully keep these haunted off of us in the meantime. Oh, there's an explodey one. That is unfortunate. Maybe I can run past this haunted and it will get him. I don't even know what happened to me there. I do know I need to get to cover, though. Oh, I'm not doing well this fight. Okay, my trap is still there. That is good. Ooh, and a healing item. I like that. But I need him to kind of come down, and I'm not really sure how to get him to do that. Hoping that I can kind of get on the other side of this box and have him not hit me. But he seems to really be hanging out up there. And there's not really a good way to approach him right from the front because, as you might expect, he will just hit you in the face with a rocket. Oh, I gotta stop this guy. All right. All right, I'm gonna go for it and see what happens. Oh, I'm out of traps. That's not great. I did take a rocket to the face, but it didn't actually do that much damage. All right, and I'm hoping he will drop into the trap down there. Yes. I'm just gonna mash for it. Great. Oh, I hate that. It's the worst. Yes, we did it. I kind of can't believe I did this one first try, too. Especially after playing it so poorly at the start. And now we could buy the rocket launcher if we wanted to, but I'm probably not going to do that either. And once again, we have these crazy difficult find a Mobius file missions. Oh, there it is. Mobius Directive 06, eliminate test subject CB210 psychiatric patient. The influence of the soldier subject has been negated. We have also determined the location of your daughter as well as your next target. STEM's domination of your daughter dramatically accelerated. The moment she is completely subdued, the rescue will no longer be possible. You must find and eliminate the psychiatric patient CB210. Supplementary information. It is unclear if the sudden acceleration in STEM domination is caused by CB210 or some artifact of the Ruvik entity. There has been circumstantial evidence of his presence, but nothing has been verified. We'll examine data from the Ruvik incident to support the supposition that reducing the number of test subjects will bring one closer to the core. Erosion of the girl's memory cannot be avoided, but we are formulating a new hypothesis to account for recent developments. Transmission is more difficult in the basements below the mansion. There are 2 targets left, but attaining accurate readings is difficult. And she's going to head through there, but before I head that way, I do want to find that 10th diary. And I know where it is, I totally missed it, but it is right over here. Number 10. I don't know what to do. I keep forgetting Mom and Dad's names. It's happened like 5 times now. I can't believe I forget something like that. I should tattoo them on my arm or something. And that does follow with the story that they're trying to tell, which is that his daughter is losing her mind, you know, her personality, her memories. But it's all just really, really, I don't know, undercooked. But I think I've said my piece about that. So why don't we see if we can get some upgrades? I might be interested in a full heal. That seems reasonable enough to do. And let's finish defense. So we got max defense, max movement speed, almost max health, and we're just waiting on max damage on this to get unlocked. But truthfully, we're pretty well upgraded. That will get us through all the way to the end of this, I would say. Daughter's Diary number 12. The shaking won't stop. I can't remember Dad's face. I'm slowly forgetting who I am. There are all these monsters around. It's like I don't even care if they get me anymore. But I at least want to see Dad one more time. And we're going to have to rip our own head off again, so let's get to it. And we're in the room with one invisible haunted. And you just use the memory scanner thing to find him. There he goes. And I think that's to teach you that there are things like this that you could have been finding the whole time had you not been using the memory scanner regularly up until this point in the game. Feels good to have another trap in my arsenal, though, just in case I want to use it. And I do believe that's the first and last invisible enemy we see in this entire thing. Transcript subject CB210, the psychiatric patient conjunction. Time index 01, watching from beyond, writing their little notes. Transmission received. 02, look behind the brainstem and see past the perfect present tense. 03, you thought it and I heard it. We grabbed the thoughts, new bones and muscle. 04, all the different ones, all the same thoughts, pulsing like brain radar bouncing back. 05, they're of me, they're in me, but he is not. 06, the serpent retains its form but stays inside, it binds my dreams. 07, no escape, only craving, an eternal void. This all is starting to sound like lyrics to a metal song. 08, as it all becomes one in form and function, we join. We are the new being, hideous and beautiful. And 09, I think he's taken my soul. I probably wasn't using it anyway. I am his disguise. And now we have to fight Amalgam. And this boss fight is not too tough at all. Basically what we're going to want to do is hide behind the cars. And when it flings the cars at us, we can hit the cars back. So here he comes. What? Let's go hide behind another one. And when the cars explode, they damage him, and they damage him pretty good. And there are lots of cars in here, so that's kind of what you just want to do the whole time. There we go, that was a good one. Let's get behind this one. I'm hoping that Haunted stays staggered long enough for me to do this. There we go, he's at about half health. Let's go hide behind another car. That did not work how you would like, but we still have a few more cars to use. Ah, there's the guy I keep hearing. All right, come on, baby. That also didn't work the way you'd like, and it exploded on me. All right, now we should be able to just mash him to death. There we go. And now we can finally get that highest weapon damage, so I'm looking forward to that. We're gonna need 100 coins for it though, so it may be a minute before we get that. We could sit here and grind this until we get it, but like, nah, let's just keep going. And up ahead, we're going to have another directive. Directive 07, the next phase. The anomalous readings of the Ruvik entity have ceased. Despite this, your daughter's progress towards STEM domination has not stopped. Ruling out Ruvik as a possible cause, it is reasonable to believe that the only other test subject within STEM is the cause. The last remaining test subject is you. Have you been in direct contact with your daughter? Supplementary information. Transmitting files on your daughter, but your location within the manor house basement cannot be determined. Yep, that's right. Just like the end of Terminator, the last one is us. And while we're in here, we can look through all these doors. And in this one, we can see Joseph, but it doesn't really do anything. I guess it's just an Easter egg. I don't really know. But I do like that his glasses are just floating there. But why don't we take a look at all of them? Yep, lots of dead people hooked up to STEM. And one last door to look in. Daughter's Diary 13. Where did the doctor go? Everyone's gone. And if we use our memory scanner, we can reveal the door. And in here should be the final diary. Number 14. Something is getting closer. I can feel it. I guess this is it. Sorry, Dad. I know you tried. And let's see. I think I'm going to hit the safe. Yep, I've got 136. I can get that final damage upgrade. That'll be helpful. And there's not really anything else I want. I could do health, but I don't have quite enough. I can't afford that. I could buy some Molotov cocktails, but eh. We could maybe try out the chainsaw. But the traps are pretty good. Let's buy some chainsaw fuel and see if we can't try it out. Pretty sweet. Let's go ahead and do this one. This one is not going to be significantly different from the last one we did with the spinning blades. We're going to use a lot of the same techniques where we just kind of spawn camp and then smash with the hammer as quickly as we can. I do like once in a while when you do those executions that the eyeballs go flying through the air. That's kind of a nice touch. But it's one of those things where I just wish that it felt better to play. Game feel is one of those things that is very, very hard to quantify, but you know a game feels good just kind of when you do. And this, I feel like, is maybe the polar opposite of something like Doom 2016 that just feels so good, and it's just an absolute joy to play. And this just, you know, I don't want to sugarcoat it. It just is not. It's just something that feels clunky and awkward and disorienting to play. And the fact that you only get to use the same combo with the hammer. And to be fair, using the hammer, you know, you could be using other weapons, especially on New Game Plus. Like, I could be using the chainsaw right now to give myself a little bit more variety. But that's not something I feel like I should have to go out of my way to do, right? Where I have to do some of this extra work to get rid of the repetitiveness, and I don't feel like me as the player, that's my job. Like, it's your job as a developer to make me use mechanics that feel fun and have them feel effortless. And so these execution chambers are really just lacking that. It's just kind of killing fodder over and over. And once again, I don't want to sit here and be negative and just criticize the whole time. but I have to tell you how it makes me feel. And this just straight up is not the most enjoyable experience. And I hope I've done a good job explaining how disorienting these execution animations are. But it's one of those things where it's hard to understand unless you actually play it. But I think at least some of them give you an idea of where it's really unpredictable once you get back to where you were. If you're not absolutely committing to memory where you are in the environment and which direction you're facing, when you come right back to it, it's just insanely disorienting. So I hope that I've managed to explain that, but this is the final enemy, and we are all done with this execution chamber. All right, with that out of the way, we're ready to move on. And head on through here. I feel like that glitched out. What? What just happened? There we go. And we are getting close to the final confrontation now. And that is going to be our final nemesis. Mobius Directive 08 Self-Destruction. Based upon recent evidence, this will be the final test. A single subject has been stealing the influence of each subject as they die. It is unclear if this is some aspect of their physical form within STEM or paternal relationship with the girl. That subject, the one you must defeat, is you. If you are to return even part of your daughter's memories and free her from STEM, you must sever your own connection. And that's right. We gotta kill ourselves to save our daughter. And I think any good dad would. So let's get to it. And I think we'll go ahead and try out the chainsaw here, since we haven't used it at all yet, and just kind of see how it goes. And there he is, it's us. And now, once we defeat him the first time, we gotta take his safe and chuck it into one of the trap areas. Here's the thing though, I don't know where his safe is. There it goes. Well, I had it for a second. Oh, he respawned. Okay, well, we'll have to do it again then. Yeah, I didn't really love the chainsaw. I like my hammer. Okay, this time can we find the safe? There we go. And we'll do a comically dainty underhand toss to put it in there. And when we crush it, it also crushes our head. But we are a father on a mission to save our daughter, and we're not going to stop until it's done. Wonder if traps work on him. They do. Alright, gotta crush that safe again. It is hard to find sometimes, like it goes flying and can be in an unpredictable location. That's twice. But we all know the rule of 3. We're gonna have to do this a third time for sure. But this time the Dark Keeper is gonna try a new trick out. He's gonna turn invisible and summon Laura Grabby Hands. And we have to use our memory scanner to find him. Fortunately, the Grabby Hands are fairly easy to avoid if you just keep moving. And you just kind of have to run around the area until you spot him. There he is. And now we just have to have a slugfest with him. And I just mash it out. And we gotta crush that safe one last time. There it is. And let's toss it in. And do our best to save our daughter while killing ourselves. And this is the final research report. Successful release from STEM. Per mission directives, the father subject has slain all test subjects except for the girl, thereby restoring her memory. The girl became the only living being inside STEM, and this allowed her to regain consciousness and leave STEM. In the Ruvik case, the prevailing theory is that he left STEM by entering the body of subject Withers. The results of this experiment are a great step forward in understanding the dynamics of STEM. Moving forward, we recommend that the girl be placed under our control so that the integrity of her memory can be determined. The father's death within STEM was confirmed, though corresponding brain death of the subject has not occurred. This concludes Trial 82347BX. A full report will be forthcoming. And that's the end of The Executioner. I think I made it pretty clear how little love I have for this DLC, but it is at least mercifully short. But it makes a number of mistakes that I think are kind of inexcusable, where they just introduce a brand new character that we don't really care about, establish a fairly thin relationship where you gotta go save your daughter, which feels pretty damsel in distress-y, although obviously this is a bit different, she's your child, but either way, it's not great. The thing about that, though, is that the Kidman DLC, The Assignment and The Consequence, are both so good that I really don't mind this, and at the very least, an attempt was made to make some kind of Mercenaries mode, but it just didn't really pan out that well. But I did want to show everything in the game, and that includes this DLC. So let me know what you thought about it. Leave me a comment, and, tell me which one was your favorite. Tell me if you enjoyed this one. If you want to see me play it through on a New Game Plus and check out some of the other weapons that are accessible, there's a giant blade, there are a few other things, dynamite, things like that. I could definitely do that. We could do some of those and see where that leads, but you know what? This is probably enough. I'm glad to finally be done showing everything in this game. So I hope you had fun watching, and I just want to say thank you so much, and I will see you in the next video.